We are here today. One of the reasons we're here today is to celebrate the collaboration between universities and our system to reach out to hundreds of individuals, to have those individuals find a way to complete their degrees that perhaps they started years ago. It's a collaborative undertaking that is going to bring all of us together to focus on those who came pretty close or not too close to go online to complete their work.
The University of New Orleans is unique because it's an urban research university, which makes it very unique in the system. And what we offer the cultural and arts institutions part of this organizational leadership program. But we'll train students who work in theaters, music programs, as well as museums, administration and leadership in those careers.
I think like many institutions, we increasingly see students who are interested in pursuing online education, or at least a portion of their degree programs online because of the flexibility that they need because of work and life and family and other things that impact their schedule. So we have a fairly traditional student body, but we do have a significant and growing non-traditional student population. But even among our traditional students, they're looking for new avenues, new vehicles to pursue their education because of the complexity in their lives.
Our particular concentration is going to be in strategic and global communication, and that draws upon our strength as the 11th largest port city in the United States in terms of tonnage. We'll be offering export advice and other communication skills that would be unique not only in Louisiana but in the United States.
Thank you, Mr. Shedler. The University of Louisiana system is requesting approval on behalf of the 9 universities for approval of a memorandum of understanding among the institutions for operation of the new collaborative Bachelor of Arts in Organizational Leadership online consortium program.
And I'd like to ask the campus presidents to join me up front if they could, please, the campus presidents who are here today. In the interest of time, we're not going to have each of the campus presidents speak to you about their participation in the collaborative degree. However, we do have President Savoie and President Foss have volunteered to provide some additional comments. There is a handout in your packet that has comments from each of the university presidents about their participation. As you remember, this board and the Board of Regents approved earlier this year Louisiana's first online collaborative degree that will be offered jointly by our 9 institutions. This program is designed for adults age 25 and older who have stopped out of college. The American Community Survey in 2009 identified over 600,000 adults in Louisiana who have some college but who have never completed a baccalaureate degree. So we think that this is a huge market that exists. We know that we have identified within our system alone over 23,000 adults who have attended our institutions yet not completed a baccalaureate degree, and that will be the first thrust of our marketing campaigns. In your folders, you'll also find some marketing materials designed for this program that will be distributed in early 2013. We've got postcards, push cards, posters, all different kinds of marketing materials, that most of that being provided to us graciously through our call grant that was a part of the Board of Regents call program. We have been working fastly and furiously, of course, on this degree. There is still a great deal to be done in order for us to be able to open the application process for prospective students. We plan on doing that approximately in February of next year with a start date of our first 8-week term in late May. We have a great deal of work to be done on all fronts, including technology as well as curriculum development. But a very important thing needs to occur today, and that's your approval of the Memorandum of Understanding that outlines the relationships between the 9 institutions that will be participating in this cooperative endeavor. The Memorandum of Understanding, which you have in your packets, outlines the relationships that these institutions will have, not only in terms of developing the academic components, but also the leadership and development of policies and procedures for the program. The UL system institutions, according to the Memorandum of Agreement, will belong to a consortium that's governed by a leadership committee. That leadership committee will have 2 representatives from each of our 9 campuses. They will develop, as I said, not only the academic components, but also the policies and procedures that govern the operation of the consortium. We will have a renewal of that memorandum of agreement each year, and we will also have renewal of the Leadership Committee Constitution each year as well. So the universities will be appointing academic program coordinators. We have their names already, and I do want to emphasize that we are not ready yet to be taking inquiries from the public about the program. We're still in development. We are not going to be starting to market the program until late in this year and on into the spring, but we do think that this is a very important milestone for the program in order for us to continue our development, and that's your approval today of the Memorandum of Agreement. And I'd like to now invite Dr. Savoie and Dr. Foss to give you some comments on behalf of the campuses, and then we'll take any questions that you might have.
Thank you, Dr. Baldwin. This is a very exciting moment for me as a president in the newest university in the system, because this is exactly what systems should do to allow all its members to benefit. When different campuses cooperate on a specific initiative, they're able then to rely on individual institutional strengths and capabilities to reach out to more new students to give them access to education. Most importantly, though, by working together, we actually are enriching the academic experience for students. In fact, this collaboration actually strengthens our system, offering a greater variety of options for our students. This degree program will serve, I hope, as a model for future cooperation among us UL system institutions. According to Kezar, the benefits of campus collaborations are several. One, improve student learning, which indeed is our mission, is to actually to facilitate learning. It also allows for campus innovation and faculty and staff development. The students will not be the only ones who benefit from this. The faculty who cooperate with other faculties, members in other institutions will also benefit. Also, it allows us to better to serve the community. We actually are now offering a program that meets the needs of the community. They're cost effective and efficient, there are economies of scale, and there's elimination of duplication of effort. Also, it gives my staff and faculty some motivation and satisfaction to be on a cutting-edge program. And allow me just to spend the next couple of minutes talking about our specific concentration at UNO, which is cultural and arts institutions. This is focused on leadership issues related mainly to the nonprofit sector. It's designed to prepare students at the undergraduate level to work in leadership positions in a variety of theater, music, and visual arts organizations. We actually have a history of this at UNO through our master's program in arts administration. Students will study development, marketing, legal, and technological issues related to the successful functioning of these institutions, all within one of the most distinctive and vibrant culture and arts settings in the world, my hometown, the city of New Orleans. And indeed, we anticipate that the city and region will serve as a laboratory for many of these students. We also assume, as Dr. Baldwin mentioned, that most of these students already are working. They're probably working in these theaters, museums, and concert halls. And this type of preparation will give these graduates a professional edge as they seek to advance in their respective organizations, as well as make them more marketable elsewhere. This is the first system-wide collaboration in Louisiana I know of, and this is innovative, and it's testimony to the benefit, again, as our membership in the system. You, the Board of Supervisors, the system office leadership, and the staff are to be commended for their vision and progressive thinking in establishing and implementing this collaboration. So I really hope you approve this MOU.
Mr. Chairman, members of the board, I too join in thanking the staff for their leadership role in putting all this together. This type of cooperation is very important, particularly in these difficult economic times. It allows us to serve a broader range of students. It allows us to take advantage of the various expertise that exist on our different campuses and bring all of that to students statewide. Now, UL Lafayette's specific focus is going to be in health and wellness. This will allow our graduates to contribute to Louisiana's healthcare workforce, not only in terms of prevention, but in terms of care. As you know, Louisiana has higher rates of diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. These individuals will be prepared to address these issues, not only from a treatment standpoint, but from a prevention standpoint as well. So we're very pleased to join with our sister institutions in this very important endeavor.
We have had a leadership committee already in operation, a preliminary leadership committee. They have been working on putting the program together up until this point. But now, again, with the approval of the MOU, if that happens today, then we will have a newly constituted leadership committee, again, with 2 representatives from each campus, and they will be making all future decisions for the coming year about the development of the program and its policies and procedures. Dr. Richard?
I don't have anything to add, except I think it's a marvelous act of collaboration that isn't replicated too many places.
Is it possible this model could be used in other areas of the 9 universities?
Oh, absolutely. I think there are quite a number of different areas where we already have some collaborative programs, and we could actually expand those. The devil is always, of course, in the details, but using this first program as a model, the first one's always the hardest. Once we get through that and really have established good operating procedures and good relationships among the institutions, I think bringing further collaborative degrees to fruition actually will be quite simple.
Well, given the economic situation we find ourselves in, or likely to continue to find ourselves in, I think as soon as you feel ready, I think it would be, Dr. Richard and the rest of the staff, to be great to explore the possibilities of the low-hanging fruit in that area, the quickest and easiest to implement. Thank you.
Need a second? Mr. Bo Martin? Yes.
Is there a agreed upon standard, seeing how we have difference between the universities now? Have y'all?
Yes, sir. Because these students will be adult students, age 25 and older, also to be admitted to the program, they must have 60 accumulated credit hours already on transcripts prior to admission, including all of the general education requirements of the home institution. So these students will not have to meet those entering freshman standards that we currently have differentiated among our institutions. They will have a different set of admission requirements, and those requirements will be uniform across our 9 institutions.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any other business to come before the committee? If not, I'll turn things back to Chairman Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Shetler.
I think, first of all, we have a unique degree program. Our Unified Public Safety Administration program is cutting edge. It also helps students who are in the program to learn about a variety of extremely important areas of management in this day and age. For example, homeland security, international and domestic terrorism, crisis responses, and also related areas such as these first responder mandates and domestic terrorism, as I mentioned a while ago. So many different areas that it's very important for managers and supervisors to have a better understanding of these, and also to understand the law in relation to them. On top of that, Northwestern brings some rather unique factors into the play here. First of all, we're the state's leader in online education. We're first, and we have the largest online programs. We actually offer 31 degree programs completely online, so this will be a natural for us. And in the last few years, we have awarded associate degrees to hundreds of students who have participated in a national project known as Win-Win. This was an opportunity for us to reach out to former Northwestern students who have actually completed requirements for associate degrees, which means they have the requisite 60 hours for admission to this new program. So we're hoping that we can appeal to them to further their education at Northwestern or at another institution through this very special program.
The whole idea of the collaboration is it gives more resource access to students. You can get out there and you can take resources from 9 universities. We combine all of that together. We can't possibly offer all of that. As I said earlier, our Culinary Institute is one of a kind. It's the only one in the country with a specific focus in culinary arts. And therefore, we're going to give that part of our program to this initiative, and it's something special. You add all of that from 9 universities together, and in combination, there's great opportunity for Louisianans.
Well, I think it's a landmark for the state. It's the first system-wide collaboration that I'm aware of within Louisiana, and I think it marks progress that we're going to see continue and provide a model that will become useful not just in Louisiana but elsewhere in the country as well.
Well, in these days with tightening revenues and things getting a little more difficult and the need to provide educational services to more people, it makes a lot of sense that you combine the resources of several institutions working together to make sure that those services are provided to more people.
I think today is a very significant step in the right direction and in a very helpful direction for students in that a collaboration among disparate institutions provides a wealth of diverse experience and opportunities.